that was thanks to Thomas Edison, who designed and installed the electrical system for that building and was a first in the area. That's going to bring us around to stop number 12. This is Curtis Hickson Park. Anybody looking to hop up here at stop number 12, Curtis Hickson, give us a way to give us a shout. Let it be known. Nobody to pick up, nobody to drop off. We'll keep on cruising here. The hotel was in service for 30 years, but it was only sold out once, and that was in 1898 when Teddy Roosevelt and his Rough Riders made their way through town on their way down to Cuba for the Spanish-American War.
Cuba? We learned
As
about
many
Cuba.
do, Mr. Roosevelt went into Ybor, and a bit too much to drink, and one of his officers
Not
dared
just
him to
Cuba,
ride his
though.
horse through the lobby, which he did, much to the chagrin of the staff. Babe Ruth also signed both his major league contracts in the lobby of that building. And at the time, the New York Yankees had their spring training at Plant Field, which is underneath those stadium-style lakes there, and is still in use by the university. In the late 1920s, Mr. Plant had passed away. He left the hotel to his son, and the Great Depression hit, and it ended up going under. So in order to bail himself out, he sold it to the city for less than what it cost to put the furniture in the building initially. A couple years later, the university was formed. They needed a spot for their new school, so they came to a pretty sweet deal of a $250,000 down payment and a $1 a year annual lease that they still pay to the city to this day.
Because that one
For
will
12
make
acres of land
as
and that
long
big
as
beautiful building on the
videos.
left.
That one won't make as long videos.
Despite its appearance as bridge in the upright position is actually the hardest working one on the river. It closes and opens at least twice a day, allowing trains through downtown to the port of Tampa and back again. See those two big stone counterweights over on the right-hand side? They so perfectly balance out the upright portion that it only takes a 1 horsepower electric motor and gearbox to close and open that entire bridge. Considering it was built in 1916, that is a pretty impressive feat of engineering, and it is the second oldest bridge on the river. That's going to bring us around to stop number 14, the Straz Center. Is anybody looking to hop off at stop 14, the Straz? Straz Center is the largest performing arts center on the west coast of Florida. It has 5 interior theaters, the largest of which was just under 2,000 people. Tampa gets those traveling Broadway shows, ballets, plays, anything like that that goes through town. Chances are they're going to be held here at the Straz. Up ahead on the left-hand side of the boat, you're going to see a big green sculpture. That is called the Form of Wonder, and it is meant to represent the most important plants in Florida. These are our mangroves. The mangroves grow along our waterways and our coastlines, and their roots form a basket weave system that helps to hold all the soil in place when we get our big storms that come through. They can withstand a Category 5 hurricane and are federally protected. That sculpture is part of Julian B. Lane Park, which is our stop 15. Was anybody looking to hop off here in the park today?
I just saw a dolphin.
This park reopened 3